this is great in theory. Now, just from an understanding point of view, I want to break this down with an example to see in practical terms how can this be achieved. So I'm going to take a representative demographic here. Okay, now assume that you have a couple in their early to mid 30s, 3-4 year old kid who is about to start proper school. They maybe have about 65-68 lakhs of home loan that they are currently paying, and maybe they have 6-7 lakhs in car loan also outstanding, and their collective household income would say be 50-55 lakhs a year. So if this couple should, if they want to think about passive investment, right, what is the way that they should structure this thought process, and how do they go about step by step achieving something like this?
See, the first step is to understand your expenses. Okay. So your expenses right now is you have 2 EMIs. Okay. So one is around 14,000 for car, 7-year. Basically, I've taken the 5-year horizon.
Right.
Okay. For house, I've taken the 10-year horizon with the loan. 68 lakh is outstanding. So roughly around it will come down to yearly outgo of around 10 lakhs. 10 lakh rupees. So 74,000 there. Okay. So these are your liabilities. Then you have a kid who has to go to a school. So they would be, let's say, 30,000 a month and decent. For a decent school, and it will be 10% inflation.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be there. Then you have other expenses. So these are the 3 heads where you can't do much.
Correct.
Okay. So expenses is the only head where you can
the miscellaneous expenses.
Yes, you can, where you have some leeway controlling them. Second is, what is the ideal time to retire?
Right.
You cannot say that you are sitting at 33, you have a kid, you have EMIs, and I want to retire at 38. Typically, at the time of retirement, when you are pursuing the retirement, by that time your EMIs should be all paid off.
Correct.
Okay. Second thing is
basically no debt at that point in time.
No debt at that point. Second thing is that it's not these days it's not possible. Earlier it was possible because people used to marry early and have kids early. These days typically on an average people have kids around 35-36. But generally schooling of kids should be completed.
By the time you retire.
By the time you retire, schooling of kids should be completed, and you should be in a position to put a basically sideline outlay that is dedicated towards the other liabilities like bachelor's degree, master's degree, post-graduation, then marriage. And
there is some corpus.
Some corpus is there
kept for that,
kept aside just for those purposes. So day-to-day liability is done mostly. So these are the 2 aspects that need to be looked into. So by that time, if you are saving at the rate of 30%, if you are doing the expenditure at the 30% of the income and you're maintaining the same ratio throughout, your corpus would be around 6 to 7 crore.
Right.
Okay. If it is 35, it would be 8. If it is 40, it would be 9. These numbers are very important now. Okay.
This, when you say 35 and 40, you're talking about the savings percentage.
Savings percentage.
Right.
Not saving percentage, expenditure percentage.
Expenditure.
How much of salary you are spending? If you are spending, if you are spending 30 and 40, if you are spending 35 or 40, basically if you are spending 40, your corpus would be 7. If you are spending 35%, it would be your 8 crore. And if you are spending 30%, it would be 9 crore.
Got it.
Okay. So savings rate matters a lot. It will make corpus would be very different. Okay. Corpus size would be very different if you make adjustments there.
And for all you folks, if you're really interested in knowing what would be the ideal thing for you guys in this kind of context, we have a free Excel template that we have broken it down. And you can download it from the link in the description, and you can add your variables and actually see how this kind of a example might play out really in your life.